Right, today we're talking about underground methods of finding silver. Okay, let's forget the big dealers for a moment. We're going underground to the places where real treasures are missed. The local charity shop. Can you actually find genuine silver bullion or valuable antique silver? Absolutely, but you'll need an eye for critical detail. Here are some of the treasures I've picked up from the charity shop. You can see that I have glass jars with silver lids, silver coins, which were a fantastic find, napkin holders and mustard pots. They're lovely. Today I'm giving you your blueprint for spotting silver hallmarks in a charity shop. This is how you avoid paying for plated junk and walking out with a genuine silver item. You have to target the right items, so skip all the jewellery. That generally is hard to know whether you are getting a deal unless you're already attuned to what you're looking for. New investors often head straight for the jewellery because they think, oh, this is where we're going to find our treasure. That's a mistake. It's small, marks are often worn and are usually plated. Focus on hollowware and flatware instead. So what do I mean by flatware? That is your spoons, your forks, your ladles. These are great items because they can weigh quite a bit. And if you get a nice little collection of spoons or forks or knives, a set is always nice to have. The mark is always on the underside, basically on the handle generally, or on the underside of the bowl of the spoon. If it feels too light for its size, a large teapot or bowl, it's likely plated. Genuine sterling silver is surprisingly heavy. There is a hallmark cheat, so don't try to memorise every date letter. Focus on all core marks and confirm purity while you're in there. If there's certain items you can look at, like the gold standard for silver is a lion pheasant, otherwise known as the walking lion. Here is a picture of it, so if you see it, you know you've got genuine silver. If you see this mark, it's highly likely to be sterling silver, 925 purity. This is your green light. Snap that up. The wear mark next. Look for the town symbols, the Assay office mark. The most common marks, like the anchor for Birmingham or the leopard's head for London, confirm it is an authentic British piece. So again, I've popped up a little picture of these both so you know what they look like. But there is warning marks. Look out for the letters that are meant to confuse, like EP, which means electroplate, or EPNS, electric plated nickel silver. There's a few items here. I'll show you what they look like, and you can see the hallmark there. If you see those, put them down. It's brass underneath, and run for the hills because it's not really worth having. We're looking for silver, sterling silver, 925. So when you go looking, I have a few items here, as you can see, that I always take with me when I go out. And this is because seeing the hallmarks, they usually are tiny, worn and covered in tarnish most of the time. You cannot hunt without a magnifying glass or some form of magnifying tool like a loupe, especially if you've bad eyesight like me. I have a few items I take with me, always handy when you chance upon an out-of-the-way charity shop. So here they are. So there's my eyeglass loupe, and I also have a little credit card that is easy to go in the wallet, and when I pull it out, I can see what I'm looking at. The beauty of charity shops is the price often reflects age or decoration, not bullion value. If you find a verified piece, buy it immediately, as I've said. I'm sure someone else will if you don't. I am finding charity shops nowadays are becoming a little bit more clued up about what they have. Yet that doesn't mean you can't find a bargain. They won't usually haggle on small pieces, but they often don't realise the metal value. And to be fair, if the price is low, do remember you're picking it up from a charity shop. So be charitable yourself and pay the asking price. I have heard that if you go to more affluent areas, you're more likely to find a bargain. From my experience, I can't say that that's true or not. One thing I do find is if the population of the area is of our older sector of our community, I generally find items of interest. A nice little tip there for you. Although you should have a good guess at what you have found and the price it is, it's always best when you get home that you check it out and look up the hallmarks, because you never know in the shop what the maker's mark is, you know, and who it is at the time, unless you really are clued up at what you're looking for. You might have just stumbled upon some sort of real silver antique, and the value may be, well, we've all seen those antiques roadshows when they turn up and plonk a little item on the thing and the person turns round and it's Assay of London or such like, and it's worth a fortune. So, in summary, charity shops are a goldmine for silver, but only if you know the signs. Look for the lion on heavy flatware or hollowware, and always ignore every hallmark that's got EPNS on. That's how a beginner stacks smart. Have you found a piece of silver in treasure yet? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Fools AU for more silver hunting tips.